Hello and welcome back to Belly Up to the Bar. I'm your host, Edward J. Nelson, and now that you've made your popcorn and we've showed you a basic Italian seasoning, I'm going to show you a little zestier seasoning and take you south of the border for my chili lime recipe. So again, what you need is your pan on medium. If you haven't just popped your popcorn and it's still hot, I'm going to start again with about a tablespoon of butter, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 tablespoonfuls. The garlic that we just crushed slightly and removed the skin on it. And again, another wonderful bay leaf. If it's fresh bay leaf, you can crush it. That way you release a lot more of the flavor. And then you wait for that to bubble and incorporate really nicely. And for the chili lime, to get the lime flavor, you can't add lime juice. It would basically just, I mean, you can do a little squeeze of it, but it would really soak your popcorn, make it squishy. So in order to avoid that, to get that great lime flavor, we're simply going to zest the lime into the butter. That way you get those lime oils, you get that real good lime flavor, and you don't have to mess with a lot of liquid. So simply just take your microplane and zest that into there while it's bubbling and sauteing. I can smell that lime coming up off of that butter right now. It smells so good. And just put as much of that zest as you want in there. And of course, my microplane tip, as always, see how much sticks? Just give it a tap. And now that it's bubbling in there, you squish your garlic. Into the olive oil and the butter combination. Really infusing that with the garlic, which is important in a chili flavor recipe. And now you have all those wonderful flavors just bubbling in there and going really nicely. Time to transfer that over to the popcorn and start flavoring your popcorn. We'll see you at the bar. So now we have our garlic, our lime zest, bay leaf, butter, and olive oil all nice and bubbly. And you simply bring it over to the pan. And I like to do this in thirds. So pour about a third of the butter mixture over the popcorn. Sprinkle a little bit of salt. And then take some cayenne pepper for heat. And some cumin for smokiness. And again, the technique for stirring is taking your spoon, starting from the outside, and pulling it down to the bottom and in, and just rotating it while you're doing that. That distributes the ingredients nice and evenly. And already I can smell that chili flavor coming up off of the cayenne and the cumin. Another third of your butter and oil. A little sprinkle of salt. A little bit more cayenne. A little bit more cumin. Another round of stirring. And then one last time with the butter. Another little sprinkle of salt. Give that a good stir. And with that color in there, it really looks like I've got enough of the cumin and enough of the cayenne pepper in there to really have that chili flavor. Of course, taste it. Little salt. But oh, that pop of cayenne, that burst of lime from the zest, incredible. And then this is my tip for if you're using Parmesan or if you're using brewer's yeast. I like to use brewer's yeast on my popcorn. Really has a wonderful chickeny, cheesy flavor. So I don't miss the Parmesan at all. But if you do Parmesan or brewer's yeast, do it very last. I've tried. If you try and incorporate it like you do the seasonings, it just sinks to the bottom and you lose all that Parmesan, and you find it at the bottom of the bowl. So wait till the very end. If you're going to bowl this individually, again, wait till you get that in the individual bowl. Then give it a nice liberal shake of whatever topping you're doing. With this chili lime, I'm doing the Parmesan because it just complements it really nicely. Just give it a good shake and a good coating. You don't want to stir this because what's going to stir this is when you're going to eat it. As you're eating, the Parmesan or the brewer's yeast gets incorporated and you don't get all of that sinking to the bottom right away. So you get all that cheesy good flavors. But come on back to Belly Up to the Bar and come on back to our network on YouTube, the Entertainment for All Network. Subscribe and learn more about flavors, doing things on your own, and controlling the ingredients.